So when we last left off, you had talked to Pug, Colgan, and the other people in the room, and he had given you basically an ultimatum. Join us or we will modify your memories so you can't tell anyone what happened. He gave you a day to think on the matter, and you've been walking around on the island, eating some food, destroying the necromancer's rod. And right now... Sorry?
Phrasing?
His bone. And right now you are in basically the barracks, in a room after you have eaten lunch. It is... Let's see, what did you do last? Yeah, it's early evening.
Now that you've reminded me stuff's coming back, I believe what we did was we took a long rest. Lawrence needed his. Leonard needed his to recover a lot.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, then it's early morning.
And we leveled up.
Yeah. Level 6.
So it's it. Lucky is in there. Got it.
Okay, that is way too.
Since mine is shorter than everybody else's, I like to ritual cast Identify. I got a potion, something defensive about it that I arcane checked while we were in the place, but I did not. Yeah, it's what I wrote down is defensive potion, clear with silver flecks.
I'm reading the notes right now. You see it? Elixir of Health, you should have 2 of those. Was it that one?
I think I passed those out to other people. Because it was a deep red liquid with orange swirls.
Binary, by the way, I think you picked the wrong music.
You think it's too epic?
Yeah.
Alright, how about this one? No, dark.
Yeah, that's better.
I can't find it. You sure you found it in the temple?
It was in the creator's room amongst the bookshelves. I took the books. Let me see. Some clear with silver flecks.
I have apparently mislaid it. Wait a second. It is a potion of resistance versus product.
Binary, you are particularly quiet again.
Ah,
Can you
damn
work
it.
out where you're going to sit and then adjust your volume accordingly, rather than just jumping towards the mic every now and again, then going back to your normal sitting position?
Maybe. That was too loud. Sorry.
Resistance to what?
There we go. Necrotic damage. Potion of resistance. So, early morning. You're sitting in your room. Had a nice rest.
You are too quiet, Binary.
I'm next to the mic.
Then you need to turn
Turn
the
him
mic
up.
up.
Yes, did.
I've got you on
This better?
172%.
Is this better?
A bit.
Yes.
I think I
Oh,
have at like
right.
30 or something. He's still too high for me, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so high.
Yeah, you
Well,
know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Have you got everybody
Just,
turned up? Have you got everybody turned down though?
Magic.
Numi,
What?
do you have everyone turned down, or is it just him?
No, I have no one turned down actually, but I have the overall volume at quite a low standard.
I've got my overall volume on 200%.
Yeah, I think I have my volume at like 30% or something, and all of you are a little too high, but I don't want to turn it down more.
Is this better?
That seems pretty stable, yeah.
I always
Oh.
heard him just fine. Anyway,
Right.
there's before you jump into your narrative of what comes next. There was a couple other things I hope to get through.
All right.
I remember getting books from the creator's room. I believe one of them was on herbalism.
Yes.
Was another one alchemy?
Yeah, one. I'll give me a second. I'll pull up the list.
And then there was one more I forget, and I can't remember if I took his journal or not.
There was one you couldn't read.
Okay.
One on alchemy. One on herbalism.
Okay, then I'd like
And
to
then there was a
comprehend
spell
language.
book as well. It didn't
This,
comprehend language, and the spells. The
You'll have to
book's cover said blood binding.
Okay. If I thumb through it, are they a bunch of necromancy spells and rituals and stuff like that?
It is the whole book is just one big ritual.
Okay. And the compound Black Temple Wizards, I don't know what they're called. They seemed pretty happy to provide anything that we asked for. Can I find like a storeroom with ink and parchment and try and make a second copy of my current spellbook?
You know that would take about. One second.
It would take a
Oh,
long time.
but-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but a
can
part of it.
I could get it started with the 3 extra hours I have being on watch with friends
True.
in the dorm. It's just I don't have the inks and parchment, or the inks and the spare book to start doing it at all. And that would be the problem. Could or could not do it.
Yeah, it takes a bit walking around asking people, but at last you get a stack of pen and paper, inks and paper.
I clearly had an opinion, or Tyrion had clear opinions about the necromancer staff. Did not like it one bit. He
Yeah,
did not
you
like-
fucked it up.
Correct. So in that mindset, would he not have liked that ritual either?
It is not necrotic magic, it's more blood magic.
Well, there's an evil, nefarious feel to it. Is it something that's like empowering? Does it cost lives? Does it?
It cost life, maybe not lives.
A life. It would cost a life at all.
It could.
It could. Because I'm trying to decide whether Tyrion.
You do know right now, though, that this spell is too complicated right now for you to learn. It's too high level.
Oh, I totally agree. It's just what I'm trying to discern is whether Tyrion would burn the book or keep it safe, used for later. If it's something that is dark and foul.
It is the difference between fire can burn down a house, but it can also bring food. It is a sword with no handle.
So it's definitely not as
even close.
not even close. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to do. Thank you.
Okay. You also got in the spell book there was Dome of Night was one spell called, Glyph of Warning, Impossible Riddle, and Illusionary Script.
Of Night. Glyph of Warning. I think I already have Illusory Script, but it's there too. And what was the fourth one?
Impossible Riddle or Dome of Night?
Probably. Possible. Okay. Oops. I didn't mean to enter. Tab it. I'll actually, if that particular spell book isn't full of stuff like that, I'll just start copying my spells to it, and that way I'll have 2 copies.
All right. You still need to copy down the spells once to get them to your notation, if that makes sense.
Correct. And it's just that now I have 2 spell books. One will have my main one, and the backup one that already has these 4 spells in it.
Yeah.
How long will it take?
Let's see.
My spells. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You should have 8 level 1 spells.
Correct.
2 level 2 spells, right? Or do you only have level 1 spells?
I only have level 1 spells.
Okay.
Because I'm 2 wizard and 4 monk. I don't have illusory. I have alarm, but okay. I'm just trying to get hours in my head so that I can write down what I can do with my downtime. And make sure I have enough ink in borrowed or bought from these wizards, even though I plan to ASAP. Is there a notes section? D&D? There it is. And that's the last thing, I promise.
Yeah. There it is. It takes an hour per level.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see,
So
any
8 hours to copy
components?
all of my spells.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 3, and I'll send you those here in a minute while you go on.
Nephi and Nala, anything you do want to do or have done during this long rest, except
No,
decking
nothing
out?
in
No,
particular.
but the rapier would have gotten its charges back.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
All right. Well, let us begin. Early morning comes around, and you hear on the door.
Well, they definitely got to us early. Wait a second.
Tyrion will get up from the desk where he is reading and copying from 2 different books, and open the door.
In the door stands. Fuck! I forgot the name. No. Fuck.
Well, that's
Hello, fuck. What do you want?
Yeah.
No. What? Ah. This is so awkward.
You don't say.
The goblin creature. I can't remember his name.
Can we just call him fuck?
No, we're not calling him fuck.
Spelled F-O-C-C. Hello, fuck.
Fuck.
How about fook?
Okay. Well, anyway, he says, "Good morning," as he makes a bow.
Good morning.
Do you want breakfast?
Yes. I'm doing the wrong voice. I would definitely enjoy a good breakfast, thank you.
Right. Do you want it here or in the kitchen?
I think we will come to the kitchens. We are fine to wait here for now while we get ready, and then we will join you in the kitchen. In the kitchens. Do not ask why I am talking like this. I am tired and sleepy.
Understood. He bows and starts walking away.
I cringed at myself so hard.
Do you know the way? Good, then I don't have to do it for you.
Are we sure we can trust this?
Oh, no.
I have so many names in my head and I can't find the right one. And the most annoying part, it keeps jumping to Meeksies. Meeksies!
Me seeks.
Yes, that one.
What should we do?
I don't know. I really don't.
We should eat, gather our things, and find the perimeter at least. And Tyrion sounds way more serious than he usually does.
That'll be a start, yes.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Binary,
Yes.
do you allow double sprinting? Or double dashing?
Yes.
Then would you say Nala's faster than Tin?
He's not. I mean, it's damn close.
If he uses key, he is faster.
But he doesn't have unlimited key.
Regularly, you are faster. But then there's also who can run the longest as well. And that is dependent on your con.
which would be
Two.
extremely close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that with mobility, does that give you
Sorry,
ability to use?
You're cutting in and out.
Does that give you the mobility feat? Does that give you the ability to use the dash, or does you have rogue as your
Rogue.
bonus action? That's what'll do it. Because full movement dash, they get 8.
Would you like to go and have breakfast while I scout? My voice is changing every time that I speak, and I don't know how I'm doing it, but it's happening, and we're going to deal with it as it happens.
I mean, it's not like it's been like a month or 6 weeks since the last time we played.
Touche.
I will make a stable voice!
Well, it's stable.
Are you
for the
from
moment.
Wakanda?
I am from Wakanda. I am Wakanda. That is me.
I have to find voices too. There's just so many of them for tomorrow. Ugh. Shush.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Okay, just so that we can get our thoughts together, I think we should go and eat for the breakfast.
That is a smarter choice if we intend to stay together. Though, I would like to make 2 rolls.
Alright.
A basic perception check to see if there's anyone around listening in, and an arcane one to see if there's a magical listening.
Right now you're in a room.
Correct.
You can make a perception check to see if you can hear anyone around.
Well, he's gonna stick his head out the door and do that entirely conspiratorial. Listen, I'm about to tell a really bad joke. Let's make sure no one's around to get offended. Kind of bad turn out the door.
As you look out, there's no one in the corridor right now.
Okay, then just the arcane check.
Yeah, sure. Make an Arcana check.
We're still proficient. Is it? That's correct.
24. That is quite high. There's... How to explain this? When you try to find something, like, the feeling like someone is looking at you, there's nothing like that. It feels like a blanket is covering everything. More than that, I can't say.
One question is, does it feel like everywhere is magical here, like the jungle was? Or simply that there is that amount of magic everywhere and it's stifling any chance that I can really pick up something?
This feel...
Is it like artificial flavoring or eating a piece of fruit?
Fruit. No, artificial, sorry.
Okay.
With just an Arcana check, I can't tell you more, sorry. Gaddis! His name is Gaddis, there you go!
I will come close just carefully.
Yeah.
To the rest of the group. I believe decisions need to be made. It seems our task is somewhat complete. The jungle. While there is still a foe to face, we have explored, brought information to our employer. I don't like being threatened. And I would very much prefer to help you as well. If you decide to stay, that is on your own. And I hold no ill will if you do so choose. I am uncomfortable believing that I may have to escape on my own without you. The line I will not cross is being forced, threatened. I will not go with him if those are the only two choices.
Personally, I think we did an amazing job, and I do not want that memory taken away from me. My pride cannot deal with it. For that reason specifically, I think we should leave.
I feel the same way. My whole being is seeking knowledge for everything, and I don't like that knowledge being taken away from me.
It's very rude. Leonard,
Is-
what do you think?
You're awfully quiet. Did they break your jaw? Oh.
Is anybody up to date with My Hero Academia?
I haven't watched this morning's. Well, is the new season out at all?
No, there isn't a new season. It's coming out as a film. Have you seen the blonde guy with the 2 dot eyes and the smiley face yet?
Yes.
Okay, that's the face I imagine on every player the moment they go AFK.
Which character?
What? No.
The guy that
so
can
there's-
meld through walls.
Oh, the
Okay,
smiley.
What about the electricity guys when he zaps himself and goes dumb?
See, like, imagine that movement and noise with the smiley guy face.
Okay.
I can't imagine the whites of the eyes. For me, it's just black dots the moment they go AFK.
It's like, well, you're not wrong. If no,
I'm not feeling particularly hungry actually. How about we skip breakfast?
How about we skip town?
this is a matter of being prepared. Why not take advantage of the food that they provide? The pervasive feel of magic of this place is difficult, as capable as we are to believe that easy escape. And it has still chances that we resolve this more diplomatically.
Surely, the easiest way to escape would be to agree to their deal and then leave.
Afraid that the deal that we would agree to would involve promises or other bindings to our person. Perhaps even magical contracts.
However, they already believe that we are under those, hence why they let us roam freely. No?
No? As a matter of fact, we are simply legally contracted on a business adventure.
No, I believe they have surrounded the area with something.
This is correct, but I believe that the nature of those are locational defenses. That we are not particularly bound to them. Or it will be further that we've been captured, not invited.
Well, we must make our way either way. Either way.
Oh, how I hope that laugh was in character.
Did you perhaps bring any fermented? Are you well? Did you sleep all right?
I am having trouble waking up.
Oh,
My eyes are
okay.
bleary and my head is wavy.
Then perhaps let us find a strategic place around the breakfast table and see what comes. Should we finish our meal, then we will decide where to go from there.
You make it
Leonard
sound like
says-
the breakfast table has a vantage point.
Well, near a door, perhaps.
You hear coming from Leonard's mouth in a computer voice. Ask to leave, basically. If they don't comply, we're fucking nowhere. Even if we left by boat, it might take multiple weeks to arrive at shore at God knows where.
God, what God?
Exactly.
Wow,
Sorry.
the edge. Oh.
Tyrion will simply shrug at that. It's not the first time I've showed up someplace I have no idea where
Let's see,
I was.
where's the gods?
Oh, mate, I want to hear that
What
in
if
a really
Sung knows
gruff
where?
voice. God.
Where Sung knows where.
What God?
No
That's
God.
not how I meant. What God? No, I mean literally. Oh dear God, which one? There's many of them. They're
Oh, I thought you were trying to be so edgy.
no. What God? There's no God. Who said anything about God?
There's multiples
God,
of them.
that's hysterical. What?
No God ever helped me in my time of need.
Yeah.
Every nat 20 nat 1 is a God helping you.
You're just not that cynical.
Damn it. What's her name again? Where is she? Not Link's Cram, what's the coin? My creation. Ruthia. It's all Ruthia's fault. The goddess of luck.
Yeah, Tyrion is much more Monkey King and not so much Han Solo. He's not cynical like that.
Personally, I like to stick with my Obi-Wan hello there.
Hello there.
Are you listening, Mr. President? Oh man, that was awesome. Anyway, I
Give me a second,
believe
Are we
oh.
moving towards the kitchen?
we're
Yeah.
packing up first. That kind of. All ready to go.
You start walking towards the kitchen.
Kitchen
In
have
the-
like a back door kind of to it.
It's how to explain the layout of this building.
Word.
Well, fuck you. There's like a big door entrance leading to, well, the kitchens. It's a big open mess hall with tables and benches. From one door and behind the counter, there's a kitchen. And leading to the entrance and like between the mess hall and the kitchens is a corridor leading to the exit that leads deeper into this building where there are multiple rooms housing the inhabitants of the island.
So to confirm, we are on an island.
Yes.
That's actually a proper plan. So who's drawing right now?
Me.
Oh, you're drawing in white. Damn, you're drawing small as well.
Zoom.
So basically like that, and there's that way are sleeping quarters.
All right. I'm wondering if there's like a back door to from the kitchen, like where they bring in supplies and.
You would have to walk through the mess hall into the kitchen to find out, or walk around.
Oh, it just seems like the implication was that there's like a schedule, and so the mess serves breakfast from like 6 to 7 a.m., and because we're guests, they're offering breakfast at like 10 a.m., and we would be dining sort of standing up or at the breakfast bar in the kitchen. I have that wrong?
Not, you're quite close, yeah, basically.
Okay.
There's usually like an eating area for the cooks in the kitchen. Let's see, have any... No, none of you are civil people, so I can't... well, except Leonard. Basically...
Well, not on this plane, no.
The kitchens, like the cooks and chefs usually start work at around 4 or 5 in the morning to get everything ready.
And so right now the mess hall should be empty.
Yeah, the mess hall should be empty, but the kitchen is in
Right.
full.
Yeah, they've cleaned up,
making food for the lunch.
Cool. And Gaddis is escorting us, or it has made announcement that we'll be snacking and taking breakfast now. Okay.
Yeah. That is how you spell his name, by the way, if you want to know. Gatheth.
Since we don't want to be in the workers' way, we could actually ask for a table close to the wall or close to the exits.
Yeah, like to here.
So from what we know, how about big is this island?
Don't know actually yet.
You haven't been around the island to...
Like,
no, don't draw there, please.
Thank you for that clarification. Who's that Dennis the Menace character?
Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah.
It's Pikachu.
Full twerp. Anyway. Tyrion will lead the way, and probably won't sit down, making something really easy, like a egg sandwich or something. And watch. Do the people here seem generally happy? Like this is an academy where there's students and learning, or...
Yes, it seems like an academy. You see a lot of, well, like I said before, weird people. Some with different colored skin, some with more arms than they should. Some really big, some tiny. All of them, though, you have a feeling of magic. There are a few that you don't, but they usually sit by people that do.
It's a place of fantastical diversity.
Yeah. In Nakor's words, the weird one that asked you if you wanted an orange yesterday. Let's see if I can remember the phrase correctly. We've had a lot of students from all over the place, and some that even I couldn't imagine, and I have a good imagination.
Tyrion, in fact, will sit on like the back stoop, out of everybody's way, watching. I want to. He's going to have a bit of a tactical mind to it.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It's obvious, like, you know, the kid running around with the glasses and armful of books and face plants. You know, that kind of student academy. Very much. He's not bred, but I want to see if I can notice any sense of, you know, like I guess the best way to say it is like there's an X-Men team underneath the school, and we're in Professor Xavier's school for gifted children. Is there a militant? Is there training going on in that kind of way going anywhere? Is there
Yes. You see some of the people that's not like what you noticed that are not magical gifted seems to be fighting people. There's one huge like the dude you saw yesterday who was about, what was it, 6'11",
Yeah.
gray skin,
Wow.
made of muscle.
Used imperial numbers. Proud of you.
My mouth feel disgust every time I say it.
I'd make quick work. Just a decent meal.
Yeah.
Tyrion is trim and quick.
The kitchen are like, if there's a divider between the kitchens and the mess hall. So in here is the kitchen, here's the mess. Like there's not a wall, there's just half a wall. That makes sense.
Right.
It's like a bar or something.
Yeah.
The other thing I would do is I take the time to eat quickly and ritual cast detect magic. I want to be able to see if any of these guards or these protecting militant type people, if they are equipped with magical items.
All right. You see the big dude. He walks past you, and as you have this on, and you see the tattoos on his body are all glowing magically. There are some people with magical trinkets.
He's not going to focus on many of the students. It's definitely going to be the ones that seem like they're guards or they're teachers or.
There are, compared to the rest of the world that you have visited, there are an abundant amount of magical items and things in this place. What the fuck are you drawing?
Tyrion would be completely freaking delighted and enjoy this if he wasn't under threat of having his memory modified and given an ultimatum. And then he would wait politely for the rest of the group to finish eating.
I was deleting it myself.
The next steps are to, okay, let's explore and look for the boundaries and then make our decision on what we do next.
Alright.
I think that is the only way that we can progress here. I think our chances are slim, if we have any at all. But we have to try, you know?
It is a shame. I do rather like this place. And it is very nice to be clean.
Are you using your tablet? It doesn't. I don't know. Does it work good?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean?
At least not mine. Mine wouldn't work. I don't know why. The annoying part that you're drawing on the old map that is on the DM later.
Unless something else, unless something happens during this breakfast time, Karen will set out with everybody following along, openly casting mage armor as he leaves.
All right. I'll just re-describe the scene outside. On top of the highest point of the island that you can see from here is a black menacing castle with 4 towers and stone walls that rises high against the sky.
Hogwarts.
Castle Grayskull.
The castle sits atop a massive stone chimney. Is that the right word to use?
The castle sits atop a chimney.
I think... Wait, I need to find the right...
In a plateau?
Yeah. that thrusts like a finger out of the water. It's the like it's not part of the main island, and there's a drawbridge that leads into the castle.
Is it a moat, or is it like this? They've risen this platform of rock out of a lake.
It's like a pedestal, or is it?
Yeah. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can draw it.
I'm
literally
still
drawing
guessing
it
that
now.
chimney wasn't the right word.
Oh yeah, basically like that. And there's water right here.
Okay,
It's like the rock has a crown.
Is it like 50 feet down to the water, or is it just a moat?
It is more than 50 feet.
Okay. So is it like a volcanic island that it struts out of it, like very mountainous out of the ocean, or is it more like?
It looks more like where to. It looks. The side where the castle is, it's like dominated by high cliff walls of cliff.
So are we talking? Are we talking like, Iceland, or the Caribbean?
I'd say more Caribbean-like.
Okay.
Let's see. This is a good image.
It doesn't mean it has palm trees. It's just
Yeah, no. There's like it's not the same climate, but
absolutely not. No, one is very mountainous and
That
volcanic.
just looks like an
Volcanically
alien monster.
That's why I'm labeling it. Leave me alone.
It kind of looks like
Actually, it's like alien monster doing Saturday Night Live. No, Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta pose.
but even
Okay.
higher cliffs. If you look in the chat.
okay.
Seriously, guys, can you see it?
Yeah, we can see.
It looks like an artist rendering of what like the Shy Guys from Mario Brothers looks like.
alone!
Down.
Yeah.
I feel so
the
bullied.
Shy Guys.
Oh, I'm deleting it. No, I can't deal with the shame.
No. Shy Guy, come back.
Unless unopposed, we will start looking for the shore and doing a perimeter of the island.
Oh, there we
I
go.
found the shore. It's there.
Are you sure? Sorry, I had to.
Are you sure you had to? There you go.
Oh, we have more in the chat. Oh wow, that is so close to what I drew as well.
Yeah, I know.
Your little squiggly crown looks nothing like a castle.
Hey, I don't see you drawing any better. Oh,
Well, I'm not distracting the group from playing the game. Oh.
my
Can you
diagram
actually
was related.
see any land mass?
As you look, as you walk closer to the shore, you see just by the horizon, like there's sun where you're standing right now, but over in the horizon there's storm clouds that seems to circle the island.
Okay.
We're spending probably at least the next 4 hours. If so, describe more of the island. Do we come across any docks? Do we see any
You
people fishing? Any normal inhabitants, or is the whole island?
what
compound?
side of the island do you want to explore? Like if the castle is on the
Oh, I thought the
let's
castle
see,
was the
north-
center of the island.
northwest side. No, like
the
it's on
castle's
the
northwest. I suggest we search southeast.
Yeah, away from the castle.
Yeah.
All right. The land slopes slowly down to the southwest. After let's have a look. about 3 hours walk, you come to a shoreline. You see a bit further away is a small cabin. And outside the cabin sits a man with a fishing rod.
Considering how long it took us to get to the shore, just traveling in one direction.
About 3 hours.
Right. We're looking at, I think we had a 24-hour grace period. Was that correct?
I believe so.
You cut out.
Say it again. What was the?
A 24-hour grace vid. This is what we're trying to do. Let you see the island, talk to the people, figure things out, and then we'll want a decision in 24 hours.
Yeah, basically. And you
Okay.
came about in early evening.
Correct. And
Last
so we're looking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon now? A little less?
More like 12:30.
Okay.
Binary, if
Yes.
you look out through the over the horizon, can you see any other islands?
No, as you look out, you see the cloud cover, and you see lightning shooting down into it, but there's no sound coming from it.
Would I be able to discern if it's an illusion or not?
Roll me an Arcana check. It is not an illusion completely.
What's that natural 20? I'm gonna ask some questions.
Yeah.
There's clearly magical defenses about the islands. Are there powerful enough magics that the storm is being held in place with, like, weather magic?
Yes.
Do I get any peripheral sense that
You still feel the blanketing feeling that's
Figured I'd
covering
wait
the
over
island.
Is there a barrier to it at all? Like, what I'm imagining is the weather magic is part of it. So they control the weather, they control the climate on the island. It's all nice for the students all day long. It'll rain when they need to make the crops, and then they put all the storms outside as another barrier, a natural barrier to prevent anything from coming. But is there like a sheen or something like that? There's a force of barriers. There's something stronger between the two.
Not what you can feel, no.
Okay.
Wait, you had magic sight on, right?
No, we would travel 4 hours and
Okay.
text
Oh
magic
wait,
only
yeah,
lasts
it's too
for
high
10
as well.
minutes.
Never mind.
And the range on that's only 30 feet too. I imagine it's at least
okay.
a mile out into the water. At
Yeah,
least,
it's
probably more.
It is basically on the horizon.
Right, so 11 miles out.
Yeah.
If you're going by Earth, the world is Earth-shaped.
Yeah. It is. The world is actually about the same size as the Earth.
Well, there you go. I will turn to the rest of the group and mention these things about the magic that I felt pervasive everywhere. That they are controlling the weather. They're this powerful things. I think we should spend the time speaking with that gentleman Delver that way, pointing down to the cabin. But I'd rather think that this group, whoever they are, powerful enough that we're not leaving the island under our own volition. Simply being able to swim through that storm, and there was no real indication that they travel here by ship. I suggest back and spend some more time at the academy, decide to agree to their disgusting terms? Or perhaps we should remain here and force them to seek us out. At least out here, if we have to make a stand, we will not be.
Oh no, you're cutting out.
I apologize.
I'm not sure if it's only for me.
No, it's
No,
probably.
it was.
I speak quietly and in person. I mean, in character, and that doesn't pick up on mic all the time. That's probably what it
It's
is. Let me try again.
Oh.
I rather suggest we spend some time at the beach and speak to that gentleman over that way. However, the pervasiveness of the magic to protecting this island, what they seem to be able to do, will probably not allow us, should we even be so brave as to swim through a storm such as that, to leave under our own volition. So I see two choices at this moment. The latter I'll be more inclined to, but we could go back to school, I believe we should call that place, and speak with more, see like that, if there's any benefits to agreeing to their disgusting terms. Or, I rather think that we should find a place near here and make them find us. At least that way, should we need to take steps, it would be in a place where no one else will.
We have how many hours of preparation now?
Or as a third option,
6-ish?
I believe when we were teleported back here, he pulled out a stone, did he not?
A round metal object.
Perhaps.
If we can get a hold of one of those, we might be able to disk it away and leave.
Well, that's interesting. The only options I could think of was making a final stand, preparing the environment for one last battle, or I could actually try to swim with you guys hanging from a coattail. But I can only swim for like 6 hours or so, and we may.
Seem to be of like mind, and then he'll look out to the storm and then perk his brow like, really?
Yeah.
I like changing our options to being making a stand, or I suppose a suicidal effort to through a portal with the stones. Perhaps a wayward student has one? Something that takes them to their home country?
Or perhaps there was one left in the room that we had the meeting.
Possible.
Why
At
is it that you
worst-
wanted to speak to the fisherman?
Well, someone who lives such a distance from this place is isolated, something of a hermit, probably has interesting perspectives. Perhaps he is one who has been forced to agree things that he does not see eye to eye with the group, and that's why he chooses to be so far from them.
Okay, but you are the one talking to him.
Fair.
I guess
Shall
it
we?
would hurt, but we shouldn't linger too much.
Would you prefer to prepare our way back, and I will speak to him alone?
I
Your
do not
accent
think
is
you
wearing
need to
off on
prepare.
me. Please stop doing that.
And
Why
now
are
I
you
became
running?
Indian.
Okay,
he
well
just
then, speak with him you should.
and he nods his head and starts walking.
Alright. As you get in closer, you see the man glancing over to you. And he continues fishing.
I want to stand up next to him and make a nature check
What do you want to check for?
I Tyrion is an interesting person. He's basically gonna talk. He's gonna try and talk out of his butt about fishing stuff. Probably has not fished by himself before, and certainly not in mundane ways.
Yeah, that would be
I'd like to look around and see. Oh, I know that fish. It's a silver blah 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 blah. Or I see schools there. The tide's right. That kind of idea. He's.
As you come close, from a basket though, he pulls out another rod and lays it beside him.
Oh, that is much more. He'll pick it up without a word and fish and start to. I have to make a survival check to see if I can even bait the fish and toss it out there correctly.
Yeah. By the way, the man is quite tall, even though he's sitting down. Blue eyes, blonde hair. That's almost white.
About how old is he? And is he human?
He's human. He looks to be about between 29 and 35-ish.
Farron, a few years later.
Leighton, could you help me out? I'm kidding.
Oh,
Okay.
damn, I got excited there.
Fingers crossed. With a 10, I look like a complete novice, but not a total
Yep.
idiot.
Yeah, basically yes.
Okay.
You get the bait on the hook and you throw it out.
Yeah, it's basically I baited the hook correctly, and I got the hook into the water. And I'm not doing anything else right. Oh my goodness. I'll spend 2 or 3 minutes quiet, eyes on the storm. And then he'll simply say, name's Tyr.
Magnus. By the way, what's your passive perception turn?
13.
Alright, you see a basket beside him. It has not a single fish inside of it.
Okay. I wish I was knowledgeable enough to know if he was doing anything right or wrong. Nod my head to the hut. Live here?
Yes.
Alone?
Yes.
Want to get mugged?
Helps one think.
Oh, sorry.
Agreed. Shh, you're not there.
Do you wanna get mugged?
Seem.
Sorry?
Oh no, I'm trying to think how to say it, so I stopped. Seems appropriate to be direct, blunt, concise. What's with the school?
It is to train people who wish to learn magic for the study of magic.
I'm sure that happens there as well. The ominous castle seems to hold more agenda.
Oh, no one lives there. It's just to scare off pirates.
A whole building to be scary.
Well, it was before we came here.
Fair enough. And you study magic?
Yes.
Content?
It is my passion.
Not fishing.
That is mostly to relax. You can't even catch anything here anyway. You see a smile come to his face.
Tyrion's gonna look at the fishing pole and at him and back at the fishing pole and lay it down slowly. Travel off the island. Frequent?
Again,
How is travel off the island? Frequent, infrequent, impossible? Are we prisoners?
It is possible to travel off the island. I don't know. Are you prisoners?
Fully intend not to be. However, we have been co-opted and under threat. As we see it. Perhaps it makes sense to the other side, but conflict often comes between two people that both are correct.
If you want to, if you explain, I can give you my input.
You're a group of employed adventurers who completed, or mostly completed, a task, and then were brought here as it related to their job. We're not even sure about that. However, we are being told that we should join them or we will have our memories modified. Something that we are deeply against, as our members are an integral part of who we are. And being given that option as the only alternative makes it rather threatening.
Well...
While I truly understand that this is a unique place and provides diversity, learning, and fantastical things, were I not under such a threat of person, my being, I would rather be enthralled with this place. It's delightful.
I agree. The learning from the other people, the teachers from other worlds, it's amazing.
Fantastical, I agree. It is, however, a policy of security that is unacceptable. However, perhaps we can be more diplomatic about it. It just seemed a man who has the predilection to isolate himself, to think, be his own person. That is an opinion worth listening to. Dear God, I hope I didn't cut out any of that.
No, I'm just thinking how to respond. What if the things you saw were things that too dangerous for other people to know about?
Myself first, I would rather not share any of this. I would rather not threaten this place. In fact, don't have the information to threaten this place. I simply know it exists. And I'm sure any threat to this place starts with the threat knowing that it does exist. I have no intention of speaking on it.
You said they wanted to modify your memory.
Correct. They wish to, as I recall,
About this island?
It seems they were vague on that point. The simple, the simple fact that they would intrude on something integral to who we are, our memory at all, is a line that I refuse to let be crossed. whether it is simply their safety or not.
Might be true, but also memories change.
People are not to be believed either.
He shrugs.
Who would believe such a place like this exists? Believe that these creatures from other worlds freely study magic and normal folk around an island protected by storms and magic. It's all it's a great story. I would love to hear a tale of this. However, I don't think I would.
Maybe you wouldn't believe it, but what if the things that could threaten this place would like to know about it?
It would be unfortunate to get a hold of me then, or my friends, because we don't know enough to assist them. That is a risk we are willing to undertake. However, just for the simple safety of this place, a guise of benevolence should not be a guise.
What?
He's trying to say that if a place is good, if it's trying to do such good things, even the security measures that they have to accept a certain risk to that to remain being good. Would you cross a line, cause certain things, even if it's a measure that would secure things, it's still crossing a line to where it's no longer a good thing they're trying to be.
What if they're not trying to be good, just they're trying to eradicate the evil with any means necessary?
Rather argue that on a philosophical level, because without one you can't have the other. A thing is good or evil, or somewhere in between. The scale exists. If there is no other end of the scale, then how do you know it's good? How would you know it was daytime if there was no night?
Touché.
Tyrion will watch the storm for a minute. Nod his head. And I suppose I only have one last question. You happy?
I am content.
It's not the same. And then he'll start walking away.
Right?
Can I just say, I got really frustrated. Like, I know I'm not in the conversation, so I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. That's why I waited till the end. But when he said something along the lines of, why do you think that's not fair that they want to wipe your memory if it's too dangerous for you to know? I really wanted to just fucking say, if it's too dangerous to know, why didn't they send their own people? Why did they hire outsiders?
That thought did occur to me. It occurred to Tyrion too. As Tyrion comes back, he's just a guy who likes to think. Apparently you can't even fish here.
Then why does he have the rod?
I would not ask such logical questions.
Well, I most definitely would. Why would he have a rod if there's no fish?
Apparently it helps him think.
Alright, our second option was to try to get a hold of one of those stones, right?
All agreed?
Yes, all agreed. I've never known a man say that he can think better with his hands wrapped around a stick.
The DM takes psychic damage.
Ugh.
Well,
old is
that's the
Nala?
only times they're connected with their brains.
How old is Nala?
Sorry, how old?
Yeah. How old does she look?
I'd say she's definitely fully matured, so at least 19. Like, there's no mistake in that.
So, okay. Did Nafai say that in character or just
Yeah,
out loud?
I said that in character.
Well, to be fair, some of us do control our urges. The thinking better usually happens after dealing with the rod.
Maybe it's the same for him.
In that case, good luck thinking on this island, because you're not going to catch any fish.
Maybe he enjoyed the silence in his brain.
And Taryn will make a snorting sound, that choking, not trying to say the things that are going on in his head sound, and start walking back towards the academy.
What sort of sound is that? I can only hear like a blue screen. Oh, I was hearing like.
It's not a brain reboot thing. It's a. I can't say that out loud. It's a. That's not gonna help. That's a lot of explanation from a girl that I have to pet on the head.
Penis to brain dial up.
No.
That's my new name for whiskey dick.
Oh god.
Whiskey dick is just bad ping.
Imagine trying to put a marshmallow into a coin slot.
What? Why would you imagine such a thing?
I just imagined a laggy boner.
Stop it, Leighton.
It's the funniest way I ever heard a comedian put it.
Are you okay, Leighton?
No.
No.
The only thing I can think of is people using laggy boner for an excuse to put it in the wrong hole.
Sorry, I lagged.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine.
So that's the name of my high school band, Laggy Boner, and our hit song, Whiskey Dick Dial Up.
Whiskey dick.
Whiskey dick.
I didn't finish fast, okay? I just had really bad ping and you didn't realise.
Oh
my god.
Wait, does the person finishing first, does that one have the fastest internet, or?
the slowest.
Yeah.
The ping was bad, it got better. As far as
Is
they
it,
were
like,
concerned, they'd be going for
compensating
ages.
something?
That's
Wait,
the wrong
what if you're-
question.
What if you're rubber banding? What would happen there?
It's the wrong question. Wrong question. Proper sex, you need best connection.
What's
Fastest.
the right question?
You need the best connection.
For the
Yeah.
for the best conception.
What about you know when you lag in a physics-based game and your hand like gets glitched in something?
Yeah.
You try and slap that ass and the physics break and you launch her through the wall.
I'd rather get tea.
Oh. Oh, this one. All right. You start heading. Where are you heading out?
Towards the school again.
All right. Heading back to towards the school, you see people standing around in a couple circles. Some sitting around meditating. You see one meditating actually floating.
All be fascinating.
Yeah. You see the weird man that gave tried to give you oranges standing by 3 students, and all 3 of them look really confused.
Like, are they walking around in circles and barking like
No.
dogs, confused? Or are they just like, what did he just say?
Basically, what the fuck did you just say?
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing they don't like oranges.
Are you heading to the villa or?
To the place we arrived when we were teleported.
All right. You go into the villa and head to Pog's office. Walking through the building, there's a couple of people walking about, and at last you come to the closed door.
Shall we knock? I'll take that as a yes.
I didn't hear what was said, sorry.
She
I
asked
asked if we should knock or just walk right through.
I think we should most definitely knock.
You knock, and you hear a voice coming from the door. Come in.
Tyrion will stride in confidently,
Alright.
leaving the door open for the rest of the group to follow. His hand is on his sword.
In the room, you see Pug sitting behind the desk, and behind him stands a woman.
Tyrion is going to be looking around for the spherical object.
As would Nala. Like, then we just step in and look
As would
all
everyone.
around frantically.
The woman is about almost 6 feet tall, dark hair. In the room, there are, bookcases on one side, the big glass window behind the desk. There is a spherical object by the window, about 2 feet diameter, on a stand. On the desk, there's a crystal globe.
Oh, we're looking for the particular one that he pulled out, or had in his hand when we appeared.
Roll me a perception check.
With advantage, if you want to do it like that, Binary.
Oh, yeah. Everyone else helping. Someone roll a perception check with advantage.
I've got +8.
All right.
Yeah, I've only got plus.
Let's see what Leonard has.
Yeah, it could be him actually.
Well, you'll reroll. Yours higher. 23. You can't see any of the orbs that were used to teleport you here.
Fuck.
Have you decided?
Sorry, I took a bite before you had that question.
He looks to you.
He said I have to swallow, sorry. First, thank you. Hospitality you've shown. And been impressed and intrigued by what we've seen here. Did not, however, fully explore as we could have, being under threat as we are. And our opinion has not changed. As much as we would very much like to explore options here, you have provided none. And so, refuse to have our memories modified, and we refuse to join you under that threat.
And this is how all of you feel?
If I nod in silence.
Unfortunately, yes. The moment someone tells me I have to do something, I am inclined to disagree with it.
We very much do not want to be in conflict with or bring threat to what you've created here, what you do here. We know very little about it. To make such decisions. Very strongly disagree with the protective measures that you are imposing on us. Particularly after you seemingly are part of providing us with a job that we just completed. It's hard to say.
We choose you because we didn't think you would find anything there.
Well, thanks.
That is honestly
Why?
the worst insult you have delivered thus far.
Why would you pay us to do nothing?
On the off chance there was something there.
It seems... Are you... Do you answer to anyone else?
No.
I'd like to insight check that answer.
Alright.
Crap. Lucky.
He's with
Alright,
me.
reroll.
Sorry, I was going to say
Double
he's
crap.
with me, and I have proficiency in insight. Would that give him a?
You also wanna... You wanna try instead? If you wanna try to insight that?
Sure.
Alright.
19.
He seems to be telling the truth. Though the woman gives him a look.
Is there any sort of general read about her look? Or is it just a quick tilt of the head, like a small gesture?
It is quite a small gesture. How the fuck?
Nala's going to introduce herself to the woman.
Before the look the wife gives to the man when she doesn't 100% agree.
I do not believe we have been introduced, but hello, my name is Nala, though I probably will not remember yours after my memory is wiped, if that is the decision he decides to stick with.
I'm in Miranda.
Like I said, thanks to this man, it probably won't make much difference.
true. If you not choose to join us instead.
As he said, we cannot join if we are under threat, and we are under threat, so he made the decision for us. We cannot join.
It is not a threat.
If someone says to do something, or else you shall suffer a consequence, that is a threat.
In
How
this
would you-
case, the consequence is taking
all-
something away from us. With force, I mind.
Well, you always have a third option.
Third option was not provided.
Well, it's quite obvious.
Obviously not.
Death.
Well, that is a third threat. I am feeling very prosecuted about now.
So either you're taking away our memory, or you're taking our life. How is that a better option?
To protect what we are doing, we have ourselves modify our memory.
If you modify your memory, how sure are you there actually is something you need to protect yourself from?
You leave enough of the memory to be sure you need to do it.
Someone had modified... oh, never mind. Everyone has a modified memory. Even if you say you leave enough memory to actually remember why you erase your memory, that doesn't mean you actually know what you think you know. If someone has messed with your memory, they could have just as likely implanted some ridiculous threat in your head.
We cast it on ourselves.
You're still missing my
Did you-
point.
Or do you just remember that?
Yeah. Do you have anyone that have a full intact memory?
I'm sorry, I just deep-throated cucumber.
There might be one.
Who?
Nakor.
I'd like to talk to him.
It would be Nakor. And you see both the... Well, the man smiles, the woman frowns.
You may find understanding all of the context, having all of the information that modifying memory is a viable choice. Posing your beliefs, what you know, to the ignorant among us, myself included. Very much like to find a diplomatic solution to this where everyone benefits. However, you've not provided any context in what you do here, your goals, what's required of anybody that joins you or says that they support you. You have only said that we must join you without any answers or lose a part of ourselves. Part of ourselves that you will kill anyway.
We did say that we are here to protect... Well, how to explain?
The students? This place of learning?
No. It is also a school, but it's also to protect this world. Not any country or group. This planet. This small piece of land drifting in space.
There are always threats to the world, to people, to places. Nowhere is safe. There is always a modicum of risk. Everyday life. It's part of living. some great threat out there, you see some dark god, perhaps, is always a possibility.
I have a suggestion.
He raises an eyebrow.
If you're going to wipe our memories anyway, why not just tell us what you'd have us do? With an action in sight, it is much easier to make a decision than to throw our lives into the hands of someone that's already threatened us. Would you not agree?
True. We would want you to scout for us, gather information, find people, maybe kill some people. Especially the man you already met.
Do you
Why
mean
not
the one I
present this-
skewered like a shish kebab?
We have done that before.
What information are you hiding? Because it seems the task that you would have us do still falls under contractual work. I like being employed. All of us like being employed. The promise of gold and fortune and bettering ourselves seems perfectly reasonable motivation instead of a threat.
Wait, what I am most curious about is why you brought us here instead of just sending us off to kill him straight away.
Because you know things about the temple that they can't learn about.
Name one thing he did not already know. Exactly.
Or will know shortly.
Funny, what?
Name one thing that he does not already know. Or
No,
will
what
know
did-
shortly.
Oh.
Because he was there for us in many cases. And where he was not, those are defenses and surprises. I would rather he find out on his own. There's kind of a dark grin on his face for that.
Personally, I feel that you have made a massive miscalculation in bringing us here.
We have proven we're not pawns. Do not treat us as though we were.
Everyone
It's
is a
bit late for
pawn.
that. Oh, here we go.
Then anyone can turn into a king or queen, for that matter.
Can we cut out the philosophy, Jesus? Without the word Jesus, of course.
Ruth here. I'm kidding.
If you can... You not can maintain your own moral high ground in the task that you have set for yourself. Are you the right person to do it?
Kayataha, these questions are getting so philosophical.
Are you any
Right
better
now-
than this man for what you're threatening us to do?
Yes,
I disagree.
I'm now
And
not
yes,
out for the
I am
destruction
willing
of
to
this
die
world.
for that.
Well then. You see him glance over to the woman for a second. It seems like they're doing a silence communication. Then he nods. He pulls out a staff. And
Does he look like he's about to cast some magic?
yep, he walks,
sword goes
stands
to
up,
his throat.
and he's sitting on like behind the big chair.
I will throw a key point to move faster and quicker, as intimidating as possible.
All right. Can you roll me dex save?
I have heard of things going tits up, but I've never seen it happen this quickly.
I
A
will spend
wall
another
of...
lucky point.
Alright. Right. A wall of force pushes you away, but you stand on, keep your footing. As when your sword is about a foot away from his body, it blasts backwards. Oh, that was unnecessary. He turns to a wall on the right side of the room, and with the staff, he draws a line from the top, from almost the ceiling down to the floor, and a grayish portal appears. Go then.
I'm
that
not
Shrek
gonna
face
ask
we
any
referenced the
question
other day?
and just gonna jump in the portal. I'm taking my chance.
Yeah, no, the Shrek face.
I just imagine doing that to Tien. Well, I'm going to ask this, but I know what the end result's going to be, so I'm just going to straight up ask it. Can I roll insight to see if the other side of this portal leads to instant death? Like, on his expression, of course.
Sure.
It doesn't make sense for him to threaten us, not back down from the threat, offer us an alternate choice of death, and then let us go because of a conversation.
Roll an insight.
13.
He's hard to read.
Ah, just like most books when I'm drunk.
So, binary.
Yeah.
I'm taking my chance, and
Alright.
it's either, as I see it, it's either death, or lose my memory. So I'm gonna take a chance at death and
Is
Right.
Ray
to the
portal?
portal.
Nala goes straight through.
I need to wait. Is he still on? Yeah. What is Turn doing?
He's gonna. The other two go through. He'll watch Leonard to make sure he gets through safely.
I'm waiting for his response right now.
I mean, just in the meantime, Tyrion has no qualms about walking through a strange portal to see what's gonna happen on the other side, not knowing, hey, it's adventurous as hell to go ahead and do that. He's just absolutely furious with the two in the room.
That is understandable.
You called my tact unnecessary, as was your threat.
Yo.
Yo.
You were talking to the dude in the office, Pug, and he stood up, almost got slashed in the throat by Churn, but a force field blocked it, and he created a portal on the wall. Nephi and Nala has jumped through it.
Wait, what? So wait. Pug created a portal on the wall.
Leighton?
It was implied by this this guy that owns the college that we were at, that if we went through the portal, we would be allowed to leave. That would be like our exit. That was what it was implied.
No.
But
the
we
other
don't know if
thing
he's
he said
truthing or if
was
he's lying.
we had the choice of joining the school, wiping our memory, and getting killed. And then this portal opens up, and he says, "Well, then just go." After a conversation with him. So, yeah, we figured not certain death is better than certain death.
Wait, let me recap. Pug was killed.
No.
No,
He wasn't killed.
Almost killed.
Almost killed.
Well, technically, he was just threatened back. Tyrion wouldn't have killed him.
And he opened a portal.
Well, he was heading to open a portal anyway, but
It was after a long conversation.
yeah.
And he didn't say, well, then I'll open a portal and let you leave. He just grabbed his staff and started casting a spell. And I believe that the indication was that the ultimatum was given, and Tyrion probably believed that he was going to modify the memory right then.
Yeah, Tyrion
Not
did say
let us
the
go.
words, "I would die for my belief, so my belief is you're just as evil as the bad guy."
Yeah.
Hey, chaotic neutral!
well, I guess the important thing is Pug opened up a portal. You can either enter or not.
He said that, or that's the choice.
No, he just
What is the
opened the
choice?
portal and said, "Well, then go." So.
Well, then my
me and-
character leaves through the portal as well. Can we
Alright.
see through the portal before we leave?
No.
No, it's
No.
a grayish, shimmering.
So it's like uncertain death versus certain death.
Yeah, jump.
All right.
Tyrion will step up with the portal at his back and look to. Truly was unnecessary. I wish you success, and may our paths never cross again. And then step back through it.
All right. As you step through, you step onto a yellowish white path, approximately 20 feet wide, with rectangular, circular portals every about 50 feet, and in between, nothing but the void.
So basically, lots of portals we can take from this direction.
Yes, and leading to left and right, it continues into infinity.
Is it the same grayish aura from the portals?
Yes.
So there's no markings or indications that this goes, 5 miles
Roll-
to Cleveland?
Roll me an Arcana check. You see small differences in all the portals, but you can't tell anything from it.
What if... does the portal that we step through, does it close after everybody's gone?
No, it's still open.
Can he stick his head through and see if he's still in the office? Just double check.
All right. You put your head through, and yes.
It's
You
gonna be
see.
one of
You
those
see.
awkward moments of just checking. Have a nice lunch. It's back down the path.
I was thinking you did the whole 2 fingers to your eyes and then looking at you.
Yeah, that too. But it's all of that at the same time. Completely awkward and not really threatening. Wait, is he okay? Did he drink during breakfast? Kind of look back at him.
When you look back through, he says just before you go back, I'd recommend. I forgot the name of it. I recommend Honest John's.
Tyrion will take 10 minutes on this side of the portal to cast Detect Magic. See if he can't get more information from these portals.
Oh god. Roll me a con save. Oof. You get almost an overload of magic. Everything glows brightly.
Well, right. I thought it just activates. Okay. There's just a lot of it. That's fine.
Yeah, it is. Each door is like a sun. The walk is slightly less bright, but around this it's completely black.
Does it? Are those small indications? Do they show up any different?
They are a bit easier to see with the magical sight, but no, nothing more than that.
Do any of them give off a smell, like breezes blowing through the doors, or sounds, or?
No. There is a small humming noise coming from each of them. Like electrical hum.
Right. Tyrion will sway on his feet, look gray, close his eyes for a second, and then look completely motion sick.
Basically, yeah.
That was not enjoyable. He recommended Honest John's. There's some places I know, but there's no telling where goes where.
But wait, maybe we can stick our head through the portals just the way you did. Then we won't have to make a final decision before we've seen what we can choose.
Sounds good. Why don't you take the lead?
Which direction do you start walking
sure.
down?
I thought there was only one direction.
Oh, there's left or right.
Nala's
Like
going
the-
to take a torch from her inventory without lighting it, just poke it through a portal, then pull it back to see if it's vanished.
I'm imagining you finding the plane of fire and it comes back lit.
Roll me a D1000.
A D1000.
Mm-hmm.
D1000. Ding! 38.
What?
It comes back smelling of sulfur.
Not that one.
Not that one at all, no. Okay, next portal. She tries it with the next portal.
Alright.
D1000.
Yep.
524.
Give me a second.
Scrolls.
Lyria of 1,000 worlds.
Yeah, basically scrolls. Wait, where did that? Roll me a strength check.
Strength check. This is my favorite check. It's a strength check. I've got no modifier. I only got a 6. It pulls away my dicks. Torch, it's now gone.
The torch flies back in through the into the portal.
Oh yeah, Kenneth, you missed Whiskey Dick Dial-Up.
What?
Just so you know.
Dial up.
It was the theory that when you've got whiskey dick, it's just because the connection between your brain and your dick is bad, so you've got dial-up connection for your dick.
It's from the hit techno band Erectile Latency.
I mean, seriously, whiskey dick dial up could be a band name for all I know. I mean, it sounds like some indie punk band or something. Whiskey Dick Dial Up.
Dial up. Whiskey dick.
I just have to I'll link it in Discord because I believe it's easier than for everyone to watch when it's about indie music.
Yeah, the torch gets pulled into the portal.
I'll post it in the shit bucket.
Nala, what do you do?
Do you have
The
any
torch.
more torches?
Next torch, next portal.
All right. Are you doing this with every portal you come
Oh,
past?
shit. Just until I find one that seems relatively nice and doesn't smell of sulfur.
They
Alright,
basically all look the same, don't they?
My character follows his gut and goes to the portal and tries it with a torch as well.
All right. You go on either side. Like they are. Each portal is staggered. That makes sense.
So there's one on the right, and then you go a
Whoa.
few feet. There's one on the left. Then you go on
Yeah.
You wrote 1000, not D1000.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see.
Can I make an insight check to follow my gut or something?
The gut feeling.
Oh, well, Banner, did you say we were walking on a yellowish road?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to Oz. Can we just walk to the wizard and ask him to? No! Oh! Does anyone have red shoes?
What?
That is a brilliant question. No,
I'm
but I
gonna-
love you for it.
I'm gonna try.
Does anyone have
I'm gonna
prestidigitation?
clap my heels together and say "There's no place like home" 3 times, just in case.
Nothing happened.
Wait, does anyone have prestidigitation? Can you color objects with that?
Yeah, you should.
Can you?
I don't think it would be. If you can, it won't last long enough to matter.
Well, it lasts a minute.
Yeah, it's a small magical effect. So, like, you could theoretically you could do card trick magic with it, make one card look like another, to face value.
I'm just
Get
thinking.
And
Two of
anyway,
us.
I follow my gut to what I feel like this portal should be. It's probably
Alright.
just a random portal, but I follow my gut. That's the important part.
Are you pushing like your torch in it, or?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me D1000.
740.
Oh. You push the torch through, and you pull it back, and the torch seems to be okay.
Okay. It
Weird
isn't wet or
smells.
something.
No, doesn't
I
seem to be.
peek my head through the portal.
All right. You peek your head through, and there's a cave.
All right. I go out like, guys, there's a cave here.
You put your head in one? You put your head in one?
And I'm fine.
No, you're not. Look at you.
Can you put your head in this one too?
I checked with my torch first, dummies.
Oh, I was trying to. I was joking. It's fine. Okay, through the portal we go, everyone.
I mean, it's apparently it may not be safe at the end, but at least it's livable on the other side.
Did you try
You mean you
breathing?
didn't die instantly by randomly sticking your face into a hole?
By first sticking a torch through it, yes. Can I recognize the place? If it is it like oh shit! Wait, I have survival, but I'm not in it. Fuck! If I could see about how far down the cave seems to be, if I could see an entrance or something.
You didn't. You saw it from your perspective. There was a lot of stalagmites and stalactites, and you saw quite far away a hole, but nothing more.
A hole with sun shining through, or just a hole?
No light at all.
Are the portal, if you look at it from the cave's perspective, is the portal in a dead end? Or is it just like in the middle of the road?
Dead end.
Okay.
Tyrion, on whim, is going to look up and around. Oh, great void! Minus road signs and labeled doorways. Could you point us to somewhere safe? That would be great. Please?
Nothing whatsoever happened.
Thanks for that nothing, you're great. I'm sure you'll be
It is a void.
forever. It was literally nothing.
Yeah.
Just hearing that sounds absolutely sincere. Thanks for the nothing. And then
Nothing.
like Bubbles about because something horrible would have happened too.
Thank you for nothing.
Well, where do you guys want to go then? I really want to chastise you on the way you handle things, but I'll do that later when we're not in, deep shit magic place.
You were the one walking around brain dead.
What?
We didn't hear you speak up. Where were you in the panic station? That's not fair. Oh.
It is not fair for him to threaten to chastise us.
So,
I mean, you are the one who put a knife to the pug's head?
No, that was
Well-
Tien, and additionally, we did think he was about to try and kill us. He gave no inclination that he was not about to try and kill us, and you stood there like a lemon with your eyes facing different directions and your shield on your back.
And to Tyrion's defense, he actually didn't get through to him. So, well, I guess the air's free?
Honestly, I think that was thanks to the pug's defense.
Yeah, but still. Okay, how about we check the... How about 5, 6, or about 10 or more of these portals? And then, if we don't get anyone that's better than this one, we'll take it.
Sure.
I gotta have an out of character moment for once. I actually know a mathematical solution to this problem.
okay.
It's called the toilet problem, which is you're at a festival, there are about 100 toilets lined up, and some of them are really shitty and some of them are good, but you can't choose go check them all. How many should you check?
A third?
No. Well, yes, basically, but depends on how large the sample size is.
This sample size is
Infinite.
yeah. What happens if you have
we only
infinite
have
toilets?
to check log something of infinite.
Yeah.
A third was such a good answer, though.
Well, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, because the best,
enough.
like, I was thinking, if you take 360 degrees, the most efficient you can break it down for electronic generation purposes is 3.
But yeah, let's check like 10 portals and see what the best result we get is. I mean, a cave is not optimal. It could be hundreds of feet below the earth.
May not even have an entrance.
Well,
Powerful plugins.
we consume torches in our search for portals.
Alright, roll me. Let's see. How many torches do you have?
Tyrion's gonna use prestidigitation, a stick.
How many sticks do you have?
No, prestidigitation. I can create a small non-magical object.
Huh.
It's like a knick-knack thing, so it's just like a thin piece of metal, pretty much useless.
I just see like this army train, like, here, have your stick, check that portal. Here, have your stick, check that portal.
And then a swish flick of his wrist, and there's like a tiny
Would
version
like-
of it.
Roll 10d1000.
Yeah,
and let's
basically.
see which is the best.
One of them, one of the torches comes out without the part that was in the portal. Let's see, one comes back on flames. Couple of them comes back fine. Another one gets dragged into the portal. Let's see, that was one. Two.
I like the large spectrum. It's like between 12 and 959.
Yeah.
And we got roughly half if you sum it up. I think that's quite beautiful. Well, if there weren't
One
any...
came back covered in ice.
How about this? Let's all check with our heads the ones that actually came out fine.
Yeah, sounds. Just check that they're not wet first.
Now I'm imagining like the Scooby-Doo where the Scooby-Doo sticks his head out at the bottom, and then Shaggy's over top of his, and then Fred's over top of that.
Oh yeah, one of the torches was wet as well.
Don't check that one.
Guys, what do you see?
Let's see. You stick your head into three of the portals that you checked with the torches. One seems to be. You see mountaintops and cloud cover beneath you.
Opens into empty space.
No, like it's on the mountainside.
Okay.
Really high.
One. Let's see. Where would you come? One comes out, and as you look around, you see. It looks like your head is sticking out from a piece of cloth, and you're looking into a storage room. You hear strange language voices coming from above you. The last one. Let's see, where would that one be? The last one is on top of a large structure in the middle of a desert.
I vote looking.
You vote what?
Keep looking.
Somewhere perhaps in a forest, or hopefully city, with a language we understand.
Right. Roll me another 10d 1000.
I'm guessing we'll do the same procedure.
Yeah, this time only two portals seems to be viable.
And those are
one, as you put your head through, is, let's see. It's seems to be nighttime in a forest where plants seems to be many plants seem to be glowing. The other one, let's see. Seems to be another cave but this one is grayish stone, and there is an opening where you see day sky.
all right. So basically, our options are foreign basement in foreign country. We have a cave with an actual entrance to it, and a forest with a glowing plant.
Yep.
So
I'm voting for forest or foreign country.
I mean, forest seems ending up in a basement. Generally, seems to be how can I say it, a non-good idea, because it usually ends up, why are you here, and usually involves city guards pretty fast.
You seem to have experience with this. Tell us more.
Yeah, I was a city guard once.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well. It's less fun, and then Tyrion will walk into the one with the forest.
Alright.
Seems the forest it is.
I'm just gonna stick my head through the foreign country one and see, is there anything I may actually use from the storage? And then just quickly take it if there is something, and just run towards the forest.
There are... You want to step through the portal?
I want to have 1 foot at the other side.
Alright, roll
I
me...
don't want to take the final step, and I got a quarter staff if I can reach something.
Alright, roll me a d20.
Shit, you're gonna lose a foot.
No!
The closest object that you can see is a sack, but you can't see what's inside of it.
I take the
It's the
sack.
only thing that's reachable, alright? You reach and you grab the sack and you pull back in and run to the portal where Turn walked into. Nal and Leonard?
Yeah.
Alright, you follow?
I said I followed through the forest one.
Alright. As you step through, there's no portal behind you. The portal has disappeared. As you look
Thank
up into the night sky, you see one big moon with a bluish color.
Wait,
this
did
is...
we have 2 moons?
You had 3.
Oh,
Does it smell familiar?
It does not smell familiar.
Knowledge something to realize. I obviously have arcane insight into which world we are at. It's called Where the Fuck Am I?
You are on another world.
Oh, is this another what they're called isekai campaigns now?
Isekai campaign? What?
It's a really popular genre within anime. It's like, whoa, this person goes to another world and becomes really cool.
can I?
And in general, there's a large dislike for the new amount of things that has.
Imagine the forest in Avatar.
Oh god, we're in Avatar. Oh god, no.
Can I make a nature check to see if these the bushes with the glowy things are hostile or bad for us?
Roll an nature check.
Isn't it survival?
You
or
have
is it...
no bloody idea.
Well, I want to
Well-
apply common survival skills at least, like figuring out where. Well, north is relative, I guess. We don't know if this place has a north pole, but if it does, I want to know that and any signs of nearby water as well.
Alright,
Wait,
roll
what?
me a.
Why would I have -4 as a...
Wait, one? Yeah, that's not right. What? If you have +4, what the fuck? Why does it give you... Oh, wait, one?
Should at least be +1.
What the
Is
hell?
it on intelligence?
No, for some reason it says plus minus... What
Yeah.
the hell? Wait, does everything do it? It does. Why does it do it?
And medicine should be +2 and not +1.
Yeah, No, medicine is +5. It says it on your character sheet, but it gives you minus... Why does it give you minus?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I need to rush my right back.
So
I have
that
no idea.
6 should be like 14.
Yeah, 14. It doesn't smell bad.
It's something.
Um,
Oh,
Could you
yeah,
roll me
right.
survival
sorry.
check, Leonard. Right. You know it would take you about 2 hours to figure out which way is north by looking at the stars and the moon.
I mean, I was more like looking at which side of the tree moss grows and stuff like that.
There's moss everywhere. um. And the direction is like the other. Water, though. You do hear the rush of water coming from the west.
That seems like a good thing. I'm not checking.
West is relative to, well, one direction.
Well, I'm gonna check. I believe I have a compass, perhaps. Maybe.
No.
I do not have a compass. Okay.
It's nothing that's usually needed.
I feel like it's a survival item. Let's.
Well, you can usually just read from the stars and the sun.
Yeah, but anyway, water is more important than true north. Fair.
Yeah.
So water's first, and then I recommend that we follow the water because people tend to live near water.
Heading towards where you hear the water, it gets louder and louder, and as you walk forward, you see you're on top of a huge cliff, and in front of you, you see the forest stretching out in front of you, leading into the distance. You're standing beside a waterfall falling down. There's about 300 feet down to where the water lands.
That is a very big fall.
In the distance, you see a large creature flying in the air.
I do not see any kind of civilization.
None.
I have a suggestion.
What
I'm
might
back.
that be?
Why don't we make camp here at the water and just try to see what we can find out about this place for the rest of the rest of the day, instead of just walking in a chosen direction. At
Well-
least now we know we got access to water, and it doesn't even have to be clean. We can fix it.
I mean, we can follow the waterfall upstream instead.
Well, civilizations are actually usually found downstream, aren't they?
Would you like to jump
Well,
first?
none
then?
are here.
And there,
by
my
traveling
friends.
upstream, we can reach them. Perhaps reach some kind of mountain, so we can have a better view. See if there are any kind of civilization nearby.
Even if there were civilizations, why would we actually want to engage them?
Because food, you know.
And it's fun. I mean, those last people sucked, but usually people are fun.
Yeah,
And there,
we
my
can-
friends, is where we're gonna leave off this session. And you have finished the first arc of this campaign.
By leaving to another world, we go like,
Yep.
fuck this campaign. We're going to another world instead.
Alright,
A
how
cold
about a
world with
question?
blackjack and hookers.
I have a
What is
meta
thine question?
Is it a language barrier thing maybe, or just a misunderstanding, or were they truly hostile and saying, no, you join us or we're gonna take your memory away? Like, did the group get the wrong impression? In your opinion? Okay, if you can't answer too.
I'm trying to think over how to explain it.
It seems like what they meant was, you do as we say, or we're going to erase your memory from the world.
And it could have been
More like if you don't decide to join us, we have to remove the parts that are dangerous for you to know.
So really erase the memory, okay.
well, right, but I mean, there's also a much more diplomatic way to put it. Something like, well, we have measures in place to protect ourselves, and we can address that at that time. We just want you to look around, see what you like. Do you want to take this job? You know, and then it might have come to the point where it was a surprise that, oh, the diplomatic thing we have to do is take your memory away. Or it might have never come to that. That threat would have never been over their head for that option.
More the feeling that they wanted to be as truthful as possible without.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not. Let's see how you're saying that would be like that. I just don't. We have security measures in place, and it's like it also seems like if they were that powerful in magic, that there could be magical implications to a contract, not just.
There was heavily implied that the contract that you would have to sign would have been magically imbued.
Well, right, but there's also like, oh, and we're going to, if you can't, you got to sign a do not disclose form, a DNC. It's gonna make it impossible to talk about this place for the next 15 years, something like that. That would have been a better choice or option. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel like you had this really awesome place designed and set up, and now you can't use it because the plan went so horribly wrong.
It's fine. It's the same world as another campaign, so.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's all coming together.
You know which world it is?
You remember Nakor now, Leighton?
Yeah. Oh no!
I have a meta comment or for whatever it is. In this new world, we don't have to worry about the water being contaminated, and we don't have to worry about looking for food because we can just use magic.
Magic.
So we can just do whatever we want. We don't have any.
What if the magic draws the magic out of the air around us, and the air around us contains no moisture we can actually survive from?
Everything is heavy water. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but
then
we got that running. We got that running water. We can clean that water, and we can just use magic to get food. So we don't have any. What's it called? Those first survival.
What if we actually stepped out to a Mexican peninsula about 65 million years ago, right at a time
I mean, let's see.
A big flaming rock fell from the sky.
The portal in the cave that was deep under earth, under the ground, was leading to a really fucked up planet where everything above like on the surface would almost insta kill you because of the toxicity. The portal in the town was another country, or not another country, another world with another civilization on it. Let's see, what other portals do you have? The water one was actually on Mosluthia in a place where there are sea living creatures, civilization.
Oddly, the language we couldn't understand was German, so we dodged that bullet.
Let's see. The one with the cave opening was
Got a snicker out of her. I like it.
was on a livable planet with no sentient, in quotations, human-like intelligence, but quite livable. Did I miss any one of them?
So now we're in another
The
campaign
one where
world, at
she
least.
pulled out the torch and it smelled of sulfur.
Yeah.
What was that? With
It was a world where everything had gone to shit and there was volcanoes everywhere.
Oh, I was thinking 4th level hell.
Binary.
The one where the torch get pulled into was a really big planet, so the gravitational pull just dragged the torch in.
Surprised it didn't break her wrist.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was in the bag?
Oh, the bag. Food.
Oh, great.
You...
They're all citrines. Leighton, are
Yeah.
you coming to D&D tomorrow?
Yes, I will be.
Okay. I roll call to answer. That's why I asked.
Ah. It never gave me the notification. I didn't even fucking click on your server.
It's so weird. It is my server.
I don't know.
Do
I
we
think it's all
have
servers because I had the same issue.
the next
with
time
my...
we're playing? Are you
Yeah.
looking at November 3rd?
I need to write
Correct.
a new campaign. It wouldn't be November 3rd because then we have it's just after the exams and I can't write it until then.
Yeah, good. Because I was gonna say I can't do next Saturday and I can't do
Yeah.
November 3rd just because the reason you said.
Yeah.
Just let us know for sure. Thursday the 1st would be the best time. Just like we're definitely going to be playing this Saturday.
Yeah, we won't play the 3rd.
Okay, so the 17th.
Probably, yeah. And I will try to put it. I'm gonna try to ask everyone Wednesday and try to tell everyone we're gonna play
By Friday at
latest.
the latest.
Yeah.
Stream
Cool.
going down.